Majesty on the March. An introduction to Psalm 24. This psalm is a powerful declaration of God's sovereignty and majesty. It invites us to reflect on the grandeur of creation and the might of the Creator. Psalm 24, what a song. It's not just any song, it's a hymn of praise that has echoed through the ages, touching hearts and souls with its profound message. It's a song about God. It's a song about power. It's a song that speaks to the very essence of who God is. His strength, His authority, and His unending dominion over all creation. It's a song about you and me. King David, the shepherd who became king, wrote this psalm. David's life was a testament to God's power and guidance. From the pastures to the palace, his journey was marked by divine intervention. He knew about power. He'd killed a lion and a bear. These were not just feats of bravery, but acts of faith, demonstrating his reliance on God's strength. He'd slain a giant. David knew that God was powerful. The story of David and Goliath is a timeless reminder that with God, even the mightiest obstacles can be overcome. He'd seen God defeat enemies. He'd felt God's presence. In the quiet moments of prayer and the chaos of battle, David experienced God's unwavering support. He wanted to remind us, God is in control. No matter the circumstances, no matter the challenges, God's sovereignty remains unchallenged. This psalm is a march of majesty. It's a call to recognize and celebrate the King of Glory, to join in the grand procession of faith. It starts with God's ownership of everything. It ends with the arrival of the King of Glory. From the vastness of the earth to the gates of heaven, this psalm encapsulates the journey of faith, and it invites us to join the procession. Let's march together. Let's walk in unity, embracing the truths of this ancient song and allowing it to guide our steps. Let's explore the truths of Psalm 24. Let's find hope in its message. As we delve into its verses, may we be inspired to live with the same faith and courage that David exemplified. Let's allow the words of this psalm to resonate in our hearts and lead us closer to the King of Glory. The earth is the Lord's, declaring God's ownership. The earth is the Lord's, and everything in it. Psalm 24:1. These are the opening words. Bold words. They leave no room for doubt. God owns it all. The mountains and valleys, the oceans and deserts, the animals and plants, all His. He spoke the world into existence. He set the stars in place. This truth is humbling. We often act like we own the world, like we are in control, but we are not. We are caretakers of God's creation. We are to manage it well. We are to respect it. A world created by His hands, recognizing God's power. From the highest peaks to the deepest oceans, every part of our world is a testament to His incredible power and creativity. God didn't just speak the world into existence, He carefully crafted it like an artist with a masterpiece. Each detail, each element was thoughtfully designed and brought to life with intention and love. He formed the mountains with His hands, sculpting their majestic peaks and valleys. These towering giants stand as a testament to His strength and precision. He gathered the waters into oceans, creating vast expanses that teem with life. The rhythmic dance of the waves and the serene beauty of the shorelines reflect His boundless creativity. He breathed life into every creature, from the smallest insect to the largest mammal. Each one is a unique expression of His imagination and care. He founded it upon the seas and established it on the waters. Psalm 24:2. The foundations of our world are set by His hands, stable and enduring. Think of the power it takes to hold the oceans in place, to direct the winds. The forces of nature, so immense and uncontrollable, are under His command. To cause the sun to rise each morning, bringing light and warmth to our world, that's our God. His power is evident in the daily miracles we often take for granted. He is strong and mighty, capable of great feats. Yet He is also personal, reaching out to us in our daily lives. He cares for the sparrows, ensuring they have what they need. His attention to the smallest of creatures shows His boundless compassion. He knows every hair on our heads, a testament to His intimate knowledge of us. We are known and loved by the Creator of the universe. He is involved in the details of our lives, guiding us, caring for us, and ensuring that we are never alone. His power is not just in the grand, but also in the intimate moments of our existence. Who may ascend? The call to purity. The psalm shifts from God's power to our response. Who may ascend the mountain of the Lord? Who may stand in His holy place? Psalm 24:3. These are important questions. To be close to God, we need to be holy. We need to be pure. Just like you wouldn't wear dirty clothes to a special event, we can't come to God with sin in our hearts. Sin separates us from God. It creates a barrier. But God provides a way for us to be clean, through Jesus, His Son, our Savior. Section 5, Clean Hands, Pure Heart, the requirements of worship. He who has clean hands and a pure heart, who does not lift up his soul to an idol or swear by what is false. Psalm 24 verse 4. Clean hands represent our actions. We are to live lives that are pleasing to God. We are to help others. We are to be honest and kind. A pure heart represents our motives. Why do we do what we do? Is it for our glory or God's? Are we seeking to please ourselves or Him? Section 6, Lifting our voices, the importance of praise. Praise is a powerful expression of our faith and devotion. It is through praise that we acknowledge the greatness of God and His works in our lives. When we lift our voices in praise, we are not only honoring God but also uplifting our own spirits. Those who are pure will receive a blessing. Purity of heart and spirit opens the door to divine blessings. It is in this state of purity that we can truly connect with the divine and experience His grace. He will receive blessing from the Lord and vindication from God His Savior. Psalm 24, verse 5. This verse reminds us that our faithfulness and purity are rewarded by God. His blessings are not just material but also spiritual, bringing peace and fulfillment to our lives. When we are close to God, we experience His goodness. We receive His forgiveness. Being in God's presence brings a sense of peace and joy that is unparalleled. His forgiveness cleanses us, making us whole and renewed. We find strength for the journey. Life's journey is filled with challenges, but with God's strength we can overcome any obstacle. His presence gives us the courage and determination to keep moving forward. How do we draw near to God? Through praise and worship. Praise and worship are the keys to entering God's presence. They allow us to express our love and gratitude, creating a deeper connection with Him. Lift up your heads, you gates, be lifted up, you ancient doors, that the King of glory may come in. Psalm 24 verse 7. This powerful imagery calls us to open our hearts and lives to God's presence. By doing so, we invite His glory and blessings into our lives. We lift our voices in praise. Our voices, raised in unison, create a symphony of worship that reaches the heavens. It is a beautiful expression of our collective faith and devotion. We open our hearts to His presence. By opening our hearts, we allow God's love and grace to flow into our lives. This openness brings healing, peace, and a deeper understanding of His will. We welcome Him into our lives. Welcoming God into our lives transforms us. His presence brings joy, peace, and a sense of purpose. It is through this divine connection that we find true fulfillment and happiness. Section 7. Open the gates. Welcoming the King of Glory. The psalm reaches its climax. The King of Glory is arriving. Who is this King of Glory? The question rings out. The answer? The Lord strong and mighty, the Lord mighty in battle. Psalm 24 verse 8. This is no ordinary king. This is the Lord of hosts, the commander of heaven's armies, the one who defeats our enemies, the one who fights for us. We don't need to be afraid. We have a powerful king on our side. He is with us always. Section 8. Strength and honor, the attributes of our God. The psalm ends with a repeat of the command. Lift up your heads, you gates, lift them up, you ancient doors, that the King of glory may come in. Psalm 24 verse 9. And once again the question, who is He, this King of glory? Psalm 24 verse 10. And the triumphant answer, the Lord Almighty, He is the King of glory. Psalm 24 verse 10. The psalm emphasizes God's might and majesty. He is the Lord Almighty. He is in control. He is worthy of our praise. Section 9, a psalm for today, finding hope and encouragement. Psalm 24 is an encouragement to us today. It reminds us that God is in control. He owns the earth and everything in it. He is powerful. He is holy. We are called to live pure lives, to have clean hands and pure hearts, to worship Him with sincerity and joy. When we do, we experience His blessing. We find strength for the journey. We have hope for the future. So let's join the March of Majesty. Let's lift our voices in praise to the King of Glory.